Hey everyone! Welcome back! I am back today with more of The Witcher. You guys, I'm so excited to be watching today. If you're joining me early today, you know what it means. It means you are one of my awesome patrons. Thank you so much, and as always, I'm sending you up those big old hugs right through that screen. And if not, still thank you for joining me today. I'm glad you're here. I do hope you'll consider supporting me that way. The link to my Patreon is going to be in that description down below. So there were a couple of things pointed out to me about the last episode of The Witcher that I thought were very, very interesting. So fortunately, I have a lot of people watching me who are very, very intelligent and point out really cool things to me. So you might notice that in my last reaction, I had said during, it was one of the parts with the kind of like ball that they were having during Yennefer's story, and they get to this part where they show two little kids, like a boy and a girl, and I'm like, that looks like the boy and the girl in the painting that Geralt found when they were investigating the Striga, which we know was the daughter of the prince, now king, and the princess. Ugh. But anyway, moving on. So, and I kind of thought about it for a minute, but like I didn't want to like start theorizing like right in the middle of the episode because I was trying to pay attention to what was going on, but I'm like, why would they look like the kids in the painting? Like, I don't know. And they just kind of like, they showed it and they made a point to show it and then they kind of like moved on. So I'm like, I just kind of forgot about it. But so something really cool has been brought up, and that's that how do we know that it's all happening in the same timeline? Because I'm pretty sure now, going by that logic, if Yennefer's story is going on when the king that we saw was like a little boy, the king was like probably in his 50s or somewhere around there when he was dealing with Geralt, which would mean there's like 40, maybe like 40, 50 years between Yennefer's story and the main story, which I think is a pretty cool little, like I didn't even realize, and I think they didn't want me to realize, like you're supposed to piece it together. But now I'm questioning, how do we know that Ciri's story takes place, like what era is that taking place in? Because we saw Geralt and we saw that Ciri is supposed to find him, and we just kind of assumed, or I just kind of assumed, maybe you didn't, but I just kind of assumed that it was all happening in the same time. And now I'm thinking, what if this happens much later than what we're seeing with Geralt? What if it's happening, we know, because someone super smart pointed this out, we know that it's not taking place during Yennefer's time because they mentioned in the last episode, which I heard them say Sintra and the rest of it just kind of went over my head, but they mentioned Ciri's grandmother and she was still a princess when they mentioned her. So it's definitely, Ciri's story is definitely after Yennefer's. Geralt's story is definitely after Yennefer's, but we don't know about Geralt's Ciri's, like, where, for all we know, Ciri's is taking place way, way later. So just a really cool, fascinating thing that really puts the story in a whole new perspective, for me at least. I'm very much enjoying everyone's character arcs. I'm sad about Yennefer's. It's really fascinating to watch her, you know, she lived this horrible life and she's been given a taste of power, and it kind of makes a lot of sense that she would go exactly this route. The world has been very cruel to her. When given the chance, why would she treat them any differently? Is one way that it could be looked at from the perspective of someone who's in a very bad place. So I'm sad to see her kind of, you know, start being evil, but at the same time, it's really fascinating to watch, and I really think I will learn her name, but the person who's kind of in charge of all the girls who are going to the different kingdoms, kind of like that evil Mary Poppins who's been she reminds me of an evil Mary Poppins. I will learn her name. You guys who've been watching me for a while know I'm terrible with names, but you know who I'm talking about. Like, she looked really nervous at the end of the last one when Yennefer comes out with her new look and is just like, excuse me, I think I'll be taking that kingdom I wanted. Not the one you told me to go to. So I'm really interested in her story. I'm interested in Geralt's story because they've been hinting a lot at the fact that, like, oh, witchers don't have any emotions. That's like the trade-off for being a witcher, and all the power you get is like you can't feel anything anymore. And I think it's pretty clear that he feels something over what happened with Renfrey. At first I was like, oh, is he in love with her? But I think it's more just the guilt and the weight of his decision about, you know, did he make the right choice in the way that he handled that situation. And guilt is an emotion. Like, that's a feeling. Like, he's feeling something. He loves his horse. So of course he feels. Like, that right there is proof. Like, he cares so much about that horse. He feels. Case closed. But I think that it's cool that we're taking, you know, the approach that we're taking to kind of exploring that a little bit more. Because it seems to be just kind of like a very cut and dry fact about, well, maybe not a cut and dry fact, but it seems to be a very popular rumor about witchers. We'll put it that way. So, it will be interesting to presumably see the journey of that rumor being proved wrong. So I don't know what's going on with Ciri. We saw her running into the woods. We saw her elven friend get shot down. I'm scared, and I'm ready to see what happens next. So without further ado, what do you say we jump right into the next episode of The Witcher? Let's go.
And it swallowed that witcher whole. Brilliant.
Yes!
It's just Geralt's usually so stingy with the detail. He's fine. Look, I saw it with my own. See?
You were saying? Oh, wow, he doesn't. Oh, my, he needs a bath.
Whoa.
This is crazy. He's just like, I'm out of here. I need a bath. Oh, this guy's profiting big off of his song. Oh.
Moorish grunts of protest. It is wonderful. My best friend in the whole wide world. How hard could it be?
I'm not your friend.
Oh, really? Oh, you usually just let strangers rub chamomile onto your lovely bottom. Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought.
Where the fuck are my clothes, Jesse?
Well, they were sort of covered in Selkimore guts, so I sent them away to be washed. Anyway, you're not going tonight as a witcher.
You better explain yourself quick. Also, Sintra is still okay in this story.
Stick close to me.
Why are you dressed like a sad silk trader?
Well, about that.
What?
Throwing shade. I love it.
Queen Calanthe refused his proposal 3 times after King Rona died.
Okay.
The two of them gliding around each other like courting.
All right.
She was not for living in her husband's shadow again.
So this is before they got married, the queen and
Something
the
about you
step-granddad.
reminds me of a scoundrel I once saw fleeing my wife's chambers. Well, what? I didn't get a proper look at the little shit's face, but that pimply arse I'd remember anyway.
Oh, now, oh
My
no.
lord, this happens all the time. It's true. He has the face of a cat and a coward. Truth be known, he was kicked in the balls by an ox as a child.
What, that's
What is?
true.
You better agree if you want to get out of this.
Found your... Oh, wow, thank you.
Good
Thank you so much.
save.
You hoggle the fanfare.
None of your waterworks here. You're the daughter of the lioness. Behave like it.
Perhaps I should have some starving serfs put into slaughter then.
I could decapitate some elves and have their heads hung about as a lesson to those who would defy me. I will not have your hysteria turn this night upside down. You could do worse. I could do better. You can have who you want when you're married. In your mother's blood, you'll be fine.
Oh, she's not quite as pampering with the daughter as she was with the granddaughter, huh?
Dara!
Oh, is he still alive?
I'm so glad you're alive.
Oh, thank
It's going
God.
to be all right. Bite down on this.
Uh-oh. No. Poor boy.
I was about to have my throat cut when Filavandrel let me go.
That's what we saw a few episodes ago.
Yeah, the song.
Which is all I can hope for you, good lords. At your final breath. A shitless death. But I doubt it.
It would have been your blade at Filavandrel's throat.
I'm Princess Cirilla of Sintra. What's the matter?
Your grandmother slaughtered my family.
No, that's not true.
After Filavandrel's
He
uprising.
wouldn't do that.
Yeah, but she seemed pretty proud of it in that flashback, though.
I can't help you.
So perilously direct. As queen, I could command it.
If I were one of your subjects,
I could torture you so very slowly into compliance.
Her Majesty will do as she wishes. I'm not for turning.
Oh, come now. Everyone has their price.
Lord Peregrine of Nilfgaard.
This is getting a little tense. Oh, that's okay. Nilfgaards are the ones who attacked. Oh. You know what?
Another sound drag one doing out. Tell me, is it true you drink piss water and feast on your own urine? Nilfgaardian kings don't remain kings for long. Who will take the usurper's crown? You? How long will you last? A year? A month? A day?
You know, she wasn't saying any of that when they came to attack. Boy, she's different.
Stilgard.
I love that I believe that it would all be worth it. That this would be my legacy. The greatest mage to have ever graced a court. And I really, really love that instead I've gotten to spend the last 3 decades cleaning up stupid political messes. Glorified royal-ass viper.
So this is 30 years later? Wow. Okay, we did a time jump. Holy cow. Oh, heck no. No, now see, it had to be a spider monster, didn't it? It just had to be a spider. Oh, no. Oh, Yennefer! Oh, my lord.
Get up here, useless witch. How could you not foresee this? You're supposed to protect me.
I'm sorry. Who's been saving your life for like the last 4 portals? She's a lot different here. Seems like she's come into her own a lot more.
A knight of no renown from a backwater hamlet who dares to enter my court without revealing his face.
I apologize, Your Majesty.
Uh-oh. Oh, there goes Oath. Oh.
Yennefer Sintra, that I come to claim what is rightfully mine. For Vector, by the law of surprise.
The law of surprise? Huh? Oh! Oh, dang. Yeah, no, not gonna happen. Well, isn't it interesting that the grandmother would be all like, oh yeah, fine, Geralt, He'll know what to do after she was like, yo, kill him.
Take her instead.
What? Oh, no. Oh, lady, no.
As a sacrifice.
No, the baby! How could you? Oh, yeah, no, I'm sorry, but, yeah. No, the baby! Don't eat the baby! Don't eat it! No, no, baby! Oh! What? Yes, okay. Yennefer, I like you again. Yennefer! Oh my god, the baby! Oh my god! Oh my god! No! Oh, we gotta show. Oh, shoot. I think she's gonna be alright, though. Oh, please be okay. No, the baby's. Oh, no. She's gonna bring him. Oh. Oh.
My whole life a living misery until the day that I saved your husband, King Ragnar, from a certain death. By tradition, I chose the law of surprise as payment. Whatever windfall he came home to find would be mine.
You stupid bastard. Better you had let him die.
You knew he'd come.
Until destiny intervened and our hearts collided.
And at dawn I awoke with her in my arms and me
Not having the fairy tale.
like this.
She's not having the fairy tale yet.
Challenge destiny.
I will marry him. I will finally be free.
Here's your destiny.
No, I knew it! No! No! Please don't do this! No! Oh, hang on now. So Ciri's mom had powers too. How though? So is that Ciri's dad? Oh, hold up. She is saying some. She's saying some chants. Oh, she okay. Uh-oh. Oh, shoot.
I thought your grandmother's gift had skipped you, as it did me.
Okay.
Because Queen Calantheus agreed to my proposal of marriage.
She's like, oh, I have now, have I?
Leave your past behind. Dance, drink, and forget.
I thought she had to find Geralt, though.
Why isn't it working?
Told ya.
Your mother was right about one thing. We're just vessels. And even when we're told we're special, for them to take and take until we're empty and alone.
No, but guys, you know how I'm with babies and kids. I can't. Oh, Yennefer, she's so just jaded and broken. I thought she was just gonna like take the world by storm, and I think she did too. Did she break the curse, or was it the 12th bell? Oh, she may have like for real broken the curse. Well, that worked out?
I must repay you.
You've proven yourself to be the kind of man who would do the same.
Please, Geralt, Riviere, do not feel like you're doing me a service. I can espouse a new life in the shadow of a life.
Claim the tradition as you have. The lore of surprise. Give me that which you already have, but do not know.
No!
Destiny can go.
I knew it! Oh! Oh, dang! Oops.
Fuck.
He's like, didn't see that one coming. So wait, so Ciri, when she gets older, is promised to him then?
Okay.
Wait! Oh my god!
Progeny is in Broccolon Forest.
We can spare 10,000.
Oh my god, that's the niece, that's one of the girls we saw. Oh no! Oh, I thought he died. I didn't even know he was still alive. Oh, the queen. She would have gone to Nilfgaard then, because Ada or Aiden or whatever it was called went to Yennefer. Is that the tree that she got it from? What's that?
Child.
Oh. Oh my god, you guys, let's talk. Oh, wow. We got so much info in this one. Okay, so first of all, this definitely confirmed that Yennefer's story started before all the other ones. Geralt's story took place before Ciri's story, for sure. Now that we know. Oh man, I like the way that they did that. I like the way that they did like the kind of slow reveal of how the three stories are timed. I still don't know exactly how Yennefer's story directly ties in to the other two. I do know that because she was supposed to go to Nilfgaard, right? I'm pretty sure that's where she was supposed to go. And instead, the other girl who I think was one of the guy on the council was like his niece or something. She ended up going to Nilfgaard, and we saw she was with the Nilfgaard people who invaded Sintra when that whole attack happened and Ciri had to get away. So, oh god, I don't even know where to start. Oh my god, so much happened. Lots of fun moments in this one. I love all the moments with the bard. They're so hilarious, and I love the way that he and Geralt interact. So now we know the story of Ciri's parents. I had said at the beginning I thought maybe Renfrey was her mom, but I was wrong. I was just being crazy and speculating. Okay, so the mom, the grandma, the queen was way different. She was like, just seemed very kind of like jaded and just had kind of a black and white view of things. Like, hey, you know, killing monsters is, what can I say? There's a great simplicity in it. And we know she kind of like killed all these elf people, and like their kingdom did. And just really just did not seem to be like the same person that we saw later on. And here we kind of see the beginnings of that person. We see like how she got together with the step granddad, and we didn't like get to know Ciri's mom a whole lot. I think they said her name was like Roberta or something, or no, maybe not. Did they say her name? I'm not sure. Anywho, but as soon as you saw her, you knew she must have been Ciri's mom. The casting was amazing. She looks just like Ciri. I half expected maybe Geralt to get together with the daughter, with Ciri's mom, and maybe like the story was gonna be, oh, that's why Ciri has powers, because like Geralt's her dad. But I guess not. I get what. Okay. Let me just say this. My dude, my fabulous dude. I love Geralt. I really do. But after all this, you're going to be like, law of surprise. Let's go with that. Ask them for coin. Ask them for some valuable jewelry. Ask them for literally anything. But why? Why would you do the law of surprise? Why? So I guess Ciri is like, I don't know if necessarily she's like promised to him in marriage now. Like, if I guess it depends on how he wants to claim. It sounds so like property, but I think a lot of the point of this episode was like women are very much in this era treated like property, and that's kind of it's been an underlying thing in like all the stories with all the women we've seen on the show, has been this kind of like really unfair treatment of women and how they're all handling it and trying to break away from it. Some of them are succeeding. Some of them really aren't as much as they thought they were. So let's talk about Yennefer's story. So I thought the next time we saw Yennefer, she'd be breaking down barriers and just like taking the world by storm and like showing up the headmistress lady, who was in charge of all the girls. I mean, I just thought she'd like really be on a crusade. And we kind of see her like 30 years later, like, yeah, no, it just kind of just been settling like political disputes and hasn't been all that interesting. Oh, the baby. Why the baby? I can't believe the mom was gonna sacrifice her. Why'd it have to be the baby? I hate stuff like that. I hate watching it, but I liked the episode, and I liked the moment that Yennefer had about it on the beach there, where she was, we really got to hear her perspective on her life and her choices, especially after like this long gap, just kind of like getting to know her again and know like how her experiences have shaped her. And again, like she thought she was kind of like breaking free and everything, and she just kind of as well feels in the end that like, you're all women in this world, in this era, are all kind of, well, not just the era, because a lot of them take place in separate times, but just really just seem to not have a lot of control over their lives. Very, very interesting theme there. So I don't know how Yennefer's story is going to connect to the other two. I can clearly see how the other two connect now, and they've kind of had a connection from the beginning, but I still don't know like how, when, and where Yennefer's going to show up. The best connection I can find is just that girl that she kind of screwed over a little bit because she ended up taking her place as the like mage of the kingdom, is now, was part of the attack on Sintra. So I don't know if it'll have something to do with that. I'm honestly not sure. I'm glad that the elven boy is okay. We met this new tribe. They're in, I think it's called, what's the name of the forest is like Brokalong or something. And we met this tribe, and we know that there's really, which we kind of already knew, but there's really something extra special about Ciri that, she would have to like take the water / sap from like the source in order to feel its effects. And the tribe seems to kind of be onto her that she's not really Fiona. Ciri, again, this is another episode where I feel like she had to realize some harsh truths about her family and her people. She had a very, very kind of protected and sheltered life. And, we saw that like the queen was much, much different with her than she was, at least at the, up to this point with her daughter. Just did not seem to have like the same kind of, relationship with her as she did with Ciri. And presumably they knew that, it seemed like in the first episode, they kind of knew that Ciri had some kind of power, and I'm sure that's why they really, really, really sheltered her even more. So, wow. Well, no wonder they wanted her to find Geralt. I guess by law, like, she's kind of a part of his life. I don't know how exactly he's going to go about that. The scene where he realizes what's going on is, he's a man of few words, but he really gets his point across with the ones that he chooses. We'll put it that way. Wow. So yes, so Ciri and Geralt are connected way more than we thought. We know now that Ciri's story takes place a while after Geralt's story. Not too long, probably, because she's supposed to be 12 or 13. Be like maybe 12 or 13 years after, or however far along Ciri's mom was there. You know, we'll assume maybe, see, morning sickness, it's like the first couple months. So yeah, we'll say like close to 13, 14 years, because pregnancy is about like 9 months, so close to 14 maybe. So kind of putting together where all the timelines fit now. Good thing to note that the, like, I don't know if they've referred, I guess sorceress, the sorcerai, don't really seem to age, and that makes sense because, like, that's all like some kind of mystic spell anyway. So that's a good thing to keep in mind, because had they shown anyone from that, you know, like a sorceress in Geralt's time or in Ciri's time, I would have been like, oh, well, it must all be in the same time because they look the same. So, wow, guys, I really pieced together an awful lot from that. I'm very, very curious now to see where our story is going, if and when Ciri's going to find Geralt and how that encounter is going to go, because that's going to be pretty awkward. Like, real awkward. So interesting. Wow, guys, I enjoyed it so much. I can't wait to see more. As always, thank you so much for joining me. Please be sure to join me next time. We will watch it together. Bye for now, guys.